Hello and welcome back to the Johnny Gets Cash YouTube channel. This is the 2008 Jaguar X-type that I am breathing fresh life into. Now, if you're not familiar with the story so far, I bought this Jaguar in auction sight unseen. I was just too busy to get to the auction to check it out, so I took the auctioneer's description and I bid remotely and I won it and I paid good money for it. But when it arrived, it was in a bit of a state. There was undeclared damage to the other side. The wing was all damaged and full of filler, as was the door. Now the bumper was damaged, but I knew about that. Anyway, there's various other little bits that were wrong with it. But I decided to stick with the car because it's a one-owner car. It's a sovereign spec 2.2 litre diesel auto. It's got full service history and it had the makings of a nice car. It just had been neglected in its life before. So I decided that it would fall to me to get it back on track. Now, as you can see, the car is looking pretty lovely now. That front bumper has been replaced. I've repainted that, so that's all completely fresh. I've changed the wing, I've changed the door, I've given the whole car a paint correction, and it's starting to come together really nicely. But there is something very, very obvious wrong with this picture, and it is these wheels. Now, they may not look horrendous from the angle you're looking at right now, but I can assure you they are not in the best of conditions. Now, when this car first arrived, and it was such a project, I did say I may not bother doing the wheels. That's because normally when I turn one of these cars around, I send the wheels out for a refurb. Now that saves me time and it does ensure a professional, almost brand new finish on the wheels when they come back to me. However, given the amount of work that I've had to put into this car and the increased price I paid for it in the first place, I don't think I've got the margin to get the wheels refurbed professionally. So I did say I'm not going to do them. However, having thought about it and of course listened to you guys in the comments, I do think now that the car has come up looking as good as it does, it's a real shame to leave those wheels in such a state. So I'm going to refurb them myself, and that is what today's episode is all about. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. Okay, so the first stage for this DIY wheel refurb is to get these wheels cleaned off, because as you can see, there's a fair amount of grime, etc. hiding in all these gaps. And of course, like with any paint job, it's got to go. So, first stage is to give them a good clean with the jet wash. Okay, so now that these wheels have been cleaned, you can see they're still pretty ugly. In the case of this particular wheel, there's lots of this really ingrained dirt in the webs. Now, even with all the chemicals and all the cleaning that I've given these wheels, that isn't coming out. But it's not a problem, because when I prep these wheels for their refurb, I'm going to use obviously an abrasive surface preparation, and it will get rid of that ingrained dirt quite easily. The other thing to talk about are these scratches. Now these are quite deep. They're not just scratches in the paint on the wheel, they're actually gone into the alloy itself. So what I'll do is pop that center cap out, prep the surface, use some sandpaper, some wet and dry type stuff to get down a little bit, level the surface, and anything that's low will get filled. When that's filled, obviously that'll be flatted back, and I'll get the surface as close to being proper as it should be. Other than that, it's a case of cleaning up as much of this ingrained grime and keying up the surface throughout as possible, and we'll go from there. Now, I will say at this stage, I am going to be painting these wheels with the tyres on, because I say normally I send these things out for a refurb, but today this is a DIY refurb, and I want it to be as realistic as possible, because if you guys watching this are going to do a DIY refurb yourselves, I don't want to use tools and methods that would probably be outside of the reach of your average person. So tyres are going to stay on. I'm going to have to do some clever masking there. And also, I'm not going to be spraying these with an airline gun. I'm going to be doing it with rattle cans, and I'll give you an overview of the finish that I get and hopefully show you that even with a rattle can finish, wheels can look acceptable. They're not going to look too bodgy. I think they'll be okay. They're not going to be as good as a professional refurb, of course they're not, but they're going to be a lot better than they are now, and they'll go on for a little while longer. So that is the process I'm going to be going down. Clearly you could do things a lot better by spending a lot of money or sending these out professionally, but that is not the vibe of this refurb. So I'll do what I can, I'll show you how I get on, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Okay, so basically at this stage of the refurb, I'm just trying to scuff up the surface as much as possible, and I'm just using the basics. So we've got Scotch-Brite pads, I'm using red Scotch here, but I've also got a green Scotch on a drill mounted pad. Now this thing is available on Amazon, I'll put a link in the description. It just takes away some of the hand labour. So for larger areas, that's pretty useful. Now the other thing I'm using is something I made. This is just Scotch-Brite on a long bolt which goes in the drill, and it means I can get into bits like the bolt holes, etc. You can actually buy these on Amazon, proper ones. I just made this one quickly because I don't have any fresh ones in stock and I don't want to wait for them to arrive, so I made that quickly. But yeah, I'll put links to the ones that you can buy in the description. It just means you can get into the tight areas with the drill. It takes away some of the manual labour with the pads in hand. But in essence, that's all I'm using at this stage. Now, with the tyre mounted, the other useful thing about Scotch-Brite is obviously when you're rubbing edges, it's not going to damage the tyre doing this. You're not using anything so harsh that it could nick or hurt the edge of the tyre. So that's pretty useful. Other than that, it is just elbow grease. So I'm going to carry on and get the rest of this wheel prepped. Okay, now that the surface prep has been done and any filling work required has also been done, and the fillet has thoroughly gone off, it is time to flat this back and make this wheel feel as smooth as possible before going on to paint. Okay, now that the wheels are thoroughly cleaned, flatted and ready to go, I've masked off the valve stems. As I said, this is truly a homebrew style refurb, so tyres are staying on, valves are in place. So mask off the valves, and I need to protect the tyres somehow. So you can of course use masking paper or tape if you like to. Another way of doing it is to stick something like card between the wheel and the rubber all the way around. Now I've seen people use decks of playing cards for this, and you put them in all the way around the wheel, which will protect the tyre when you're spraying. So that makes sense, it's pretty convenient. They're already cut to size of course, and you've got 52 plus the 2 or 3 extras in a pack or whatever it is. But if you don't want to waste a pack of cards getting them all covered in paint, get yourself some thin cardboard, so cereal box or a box like this, whatever, and you can cut slightly longer strips than a playing card, probably 5 or 6 inches, and you can lay several of those around the wheel, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to cut some pieces of this box up, lay it around the tyre of these 2 wheels, get some heat on, and then proceed to do primer, paint, etc. I'm doing 2 at a time because I've got quite a small table here and I want to be able to keep heat on the job. So if I have 4 wheels, I won't be able to keep heat on all of them at once, so I'm going to do 2 at a time and proceed like that. But anyway, I'm going to cut this box now and protect the tyre with that. Okay, so this is the finished product of that DIY wheel refurb, and I am really pleased with it. Considering this was done with some DIY materials and some elbow grease, I'm really happy with the outcome. Now, of course, I'm not saying this is good as a professional wheel refurb would be, but then again, I didn't pay professional wheel refurb money for this. Basically, I did this with some Scotch pads, some drill attachments. If you didn't want to pay for the drill attachments, you could have done the whole thing just using Scotch pads and even more elbow grease, a bit of filler, some sandpaper. I did all 4 wheels with 1 can of aerosol silver, and also, when that was dried, 1 can of aerosol clear coat. So realistically, the whole wheel refurb, if you total that up, it's well under 30 quid in materials. It's a much cheaper way of doing things. Now, as you know, if you're a regular viewer of this channel, I don't normally go for the cheapest option, I go for the best option. However, for the reasons explained earlier in this video, i.e. paying top dollar for that car and then having to spend so much more on it than I thought I'd have to, the margin really wasn't there for a professional wheel refurb. So this DIY spec job had to do. And as I said just now, I'm very pleased with the outcome. One thing that did surprise me, the silver I bought was a generic wheel silver. Now, I was expecting that to be a little bit brighter than this. These almost look slightly getting on for the sort of steel wheel type shade, which is almost like a very light gunmetal. That's not the case. These are silver. I think what it is, it's just that previously the wheels were such bright silver, these do look a little darker. But thinking about it, on that red car, I think this will actually work really quite well. Anyway, that is what the wheels look like. As established, it didn't cost me a lot of money to do this, and I think the level of finish on that will be very much suitable for this Jaguar X-type. So anyway, next thing I'm going to do is bolt these back on the car, take it outside and have a look at them in the sunlight and see just how good they really do look compared to what they were before. Okay, so with the wheels refitted, we're now back outside in the sunshine so you can see the true colour of them. I'm really pleased with the colour actually. When I first sprayed them, I did think that shade was going to be a little bit too dark, but next to this chilly red paint, I think they actually work really well. Anyway, I'm keen to hear what you think. Do you think they're too dark? Do you think I should have gone for a lighter colour? Or do you, like me, think that this shade actually works really well? Keen to hear your thoughts, so let me know. Anyway, yeah, I'm really pleased with the wheels. Now, I'm not saying for a minute that these are as good as a professional refurb. Absolutely not. These are very much a DIY wheel refurb, but I just wanted to show that wheel refurbs don't always have to be super expensive. It can be done in-house, but I will reiterate, I'm not saying they're as good as a professional wheel refurber would do. The only way to emulate what those guys do is to take your wheels to them. Simple as that. These wheels, obviously, they look a lot better than they did. There's a few minor imperfections on them, but that's to be expected, I think. Overall, I'm very pleased, and of course I kind of had to do it this way given the budget constraints for this car. But walking around, I'm really pleased. They're so much better than they were, and on reflection, I'm very glad that I did the work rather than leaving them, which was of course one of the options originally. Something else to mention, you may have noticed a little scratch here on the bumper. Well done if you've noticed it. That's happened since I've done the work to that rear bumper, funnily enough. Minor little dink, but I'll sort that before the car goes. It's not the end of the world, that will be getting sorted, but if you noticed it, well done. The other thing I noticed in the last episode when I was editing it, funnily enough, didn't see it in real life, but this door where I fitted the new door and a new wing, there was some slight misalignment. I have sorted it out. It's not perfect. I still need to tweak it a little bit, but it's a lot better than it was. But again, if you noticed that and it drove you mad like it did when I was editing the video, well done. It has been sorted, but I will be going through that to make sure it's absolutely perfect before the car goes on. A couple of little things, I just wanted to mention them because I know some of you guys watching this will have picked up on them, and you're probably wanting to shout at your screen at the moment. But anyway, this episode was all about those wheels, and this is what they look like. I'm really, really pleased with them. I hope you like them too, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode and you've learned a little bit maybe, or had a sort of different perspective to the work I normally get done. But either way, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers.